Up next, for a minute. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. They're obviously disappointed with how things are going. Momentum working right now against them.
And when I look at the Timberwolves, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
Now the starting group for Hartford. Johnson is out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Edwards. And it's Trent in at the 2. And for the Timberwolves, Anderson is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Bradley. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Here's Trent, and he banks in the layup. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Good on the second free throw. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Bounce pass, Rubio to the inside. Here's Jokic. He's off on that one. Good D by Johnson. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Suns.
Hey, you know, with Miles Turner, a lot of his value, I think, comes on the defensive end. One of the best shot blockers in the league the last couple of years. And has really good mobility. He's got a nice shooting stroke, but defensively is where he makes his greatest impact in my mind.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Jokic, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
And Clark, at the moment, you could argue that it's the defense that's the best asset for Turner at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you, Greg. I think clearly that's his strong suit right now. He's got a terrific shot in terms of mechanics and range. I think you'd like to see him be a little more consistent with his selection and then develop a more reliable low-post go-to move.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Pass to Anderson. Back to Jokic. The kick out to Anderson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Hartford on offense. Trailing by 2. And there it is for him. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach. They really don't want this game to come down to the wire. Coach said Luka Doncic is so good in the clutch, either shooting it, driving it, or passing it. He'd like to avoid that scenario altogether. So that means they have to be comfortably ahead in the fourth quarter. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Good.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Now, here's Rubio. 9 points last game. To the middle. Aldridge kicks to Bradley. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Hartford, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Johnson left side. And then Johnson with the jam.
But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Rubio. 6 points for him. Here's Aldridge, and the layup's good off the glass.
You know, sometimes overwhelming presence. Aldridge is a handful to deal with because of his height, strength, and length.
Now, here's Doncic, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. Johnson, the pass to Edwards. Fires the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Aldridge. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Aldridge so good at shooting it as soon as he catches it. Great confidence in his stroke.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Minnesota. Stay with us as some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at him.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Ricky Rubio is out there with Avery Bradley. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Anderson in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's Doncic. The teardrop falls in. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
Now here's Anderson, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Shot clock at 6. Outside Bradley. No good on the 3. Hartford on offense. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting about 42% so far. Picked away. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Good on the bucket. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Anderson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
You know, you look at the mid-range game Aldridge has, it keeps the defense honest. They have to worry about a lot more than just his post game.
Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Bradley passes to Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. Here's Jokic, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for Minnesota. And so Doncic will bring it up for Hartford. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their set.
Jokic with the bucket.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Trent drills it from outside. Trent's got 7.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Bradley finds Rubio. Puts it up from 17. Hartford with the rebound.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Doncic looking it over. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
And some good action through the first 2.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, it was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Well, what can you say about... And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Ricky Rubio with a strong contribution so far in this one.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
On the floor for Hartford, they've got Edwards. Johnson is out there with Turner. Then there's Doncic, and it's Trent in at the 2. Passes it to Edwards. Over Anderson. Edwards can't hit.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
It's Anderson with the drive. Kicks it out to Rubio. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. He's got 10.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now, here's Doncic. 8 points for him. That evens the score. Trent's got 10 points in the game. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Bradley after Luka Doncic's bucket and the basket by Rubio.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
For Hartford, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The pass to Trent. Back to Doncic. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Doncic has got the game tied up here for Hartford.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
It's Aldridge high post. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. It's good, and the Hartford lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Jokic.
Boy, Aldridge commands so much defensive attention. There's bound to be somebody open on every possession, and this time, LaMarcus finds it.
Now here's Johnson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Rubio against Doncic. And yes, it's good.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Outside Bradley. Rubio finds Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Outside Bradley. Fires from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Bradley's got 5.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Doncic against Rubio. Doncic with it. He's got 14. Pass to Trent. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hartford leads by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. We've We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Timberwolves trail by 3. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Jokic is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Rubio in at the point. And it's Bradley with the ball for Minnesota. Out left to the wing. Second chance shot. Aldridge trying to break free. And it's Jokic missing. Hartford leading by 3. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now, here's Jokic. Another miss by Minnesota. Doncic outside. For Minnesota, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Here's Trent. Pass to Doncic. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Minnesota. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jokic passes to Rubio. Edwards against Anderson. Jokic, no good. For Hartford, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Edwards, that's good.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Thank you, David. No problems knocking that one down. That's now 8 points for Avery Bradley.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jokic. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Hartford.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Here's Bradley. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Hartford leading by 6. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson wide open. He fires. And that one is good. Edwards got 9 points here in the second half.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now, here's Jokic. Here's Anderson. That shot, no good. And Hartford going the other way now. Passes to Trent. Now Turner. Hartford moving the ball around. Johnson at the elbow. It's stolen by Bradley. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it in a fast break chance. Bradley, no one around him. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, when Rubio's in there, he's looking to do one thing on the offensive end. He's kind of an Allen wrench. He wants to simply facilitate.
The offensive rebound.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
And here's Bradley from 3. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Doncic against Rubio. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. No good there. And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 3. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
And Hartford calls time here. They're leading by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
And so it's Hartford with the win. They break the heart. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.